Okay. I have been home from the lab long enough to eat, change clothes, and set this up. And that's it. I think I was lied to about what time they'd be getting back. But let's get into this. And hello. I got the best stats I could manage in my attempts yesterday to set this up. So hopefully I won't have to keep trying over and over. That being said, I did not have good luck trying to get this set up yesterday. Alright. Hi, Sushi. Do you want to get in the sling? Oh, scooch back. Oh, was I sitting that much closer than usual? I'll put you in here. Okay? Yeah. Okay, good. The sound is playing. Alright, let's go. Wow, words. Immediately. There's an electronic panel on the wall next to the door. It looks similar to the metal brain cylinders. The controls are in a runic alphabet I can't understand. For some reason, being outside this room feels weirdly nostalgic to me. I think I know the code for this now. I lost my mouse for a second there. I don't know how, because it was right in front of me. The door opens. A gruesome scene greets us from on the other side. It's a large, unfurnished... words. It's a large, unfurnished room with a stone pillar in each corner and a large monolith in the center. Waves of sinister energy seem to be coming from the mysterious symbol carved into it. Human corpses are piled up at the foot of the monolith. Yeah, it's always a great start when I immediately trip over every single word I try to say. Lots of them. The more frightening are the monsters. What? I think this line has broken me every time I've tried to read it. The more, the more, the more. Am I good to go now? More frightening are the monstrous creatures that are flying around the room. They're maybe 5 feet tall, red all over, with crab-like exoskeletons. Okay, bye, Sushi. It was nice seeing you. Oh, that was sharp, Sushi. I'm gonna have to cut your claws again. Yeah, very fun monster. No, no. No. I cannot kick you out of the room. I am streaming, and I cannot close the door without you in here. Because that would be mean to you. Please stop doing that. She's very full of energy. I think it's because I had to be out of the house all day. Very cute meow. Very painful that she just tried to climb my bare leg with very sharp claws. I did not read one of those lines. I'm not entirely sure. There it is. The thin, rigid wings rise from their chicken-like torsos, and their legs are jointed like insects. For all I can compare them to regular animals, they're really nothing like anything on Earth. Yeah, she tends to have. What are you doing? She tends to be more rambunctious if I've had to work a double shift. Because I mean, I can't really take her into the lab when it's actually like up and running. But she does get like run of the house with whoever is not in the lab. And then I come home and she's like this. Yeah, what in the. Oh my gosh. Wait, have we seen one of these before? She's right. They're a lot like the creatures in the nurse's uniform we encountered earlier. Nope. All of them look as if they're trapped somewhere between human and monster. Oh! Sushi. Anyways. Can I point out that, like, at no point during the descriptions before do they mention that it looks like they're anywhere near human? And then they just pop off the whole, yeah, they look like they're trapped somewhere between human and monster. I think these are those Migo things we've heard so much about. As they fly, opalescent bubble-like spheres appear in the air, pop, and disappear again. It feels like we stumbled on some religious, or rather, sacrilegious ritual. They're trying to open the gate. They can't be allowed to succeed. You have to stop this ritual. Stop the ritual? How are we supposed to do that? No, wait. The memory recorder. One of them mentioned this. Suddenly, the creatures notice we're here and attack. Now for the battle that I feel like we've all seen like 14 million times while I was trying to get any kind of good ending. To prevent the ritual from succeeding, you must damage the 4 pillars around the room. I do not have great like precision stats. I traded precision for luck and willpower in this case. Like, I rolled until I got the best luck and willpower ones that I could. I'm just going to observe. For some reason, you know exactly how these creatures think. If a pillar is damaged, they'll drop everything and start repairing it right away. Otherwise, they'll attack all at once to eliminate anyone who tries to interfere with the ritual. We're gonna try damaging a pillar with him. Woohoo! Go Reiji! Look, okay, so outside of Reiji's rolls when setting this one up, I had terrible luck. Reiji has had the best luck of any run that I've done of this game. You pick up a large piece of rubble and scratch the symbols off the pillar. 3 more remain. We're dispersing the crowd, because I remember struggling for like ages. Yeah, he straight up stole all the luck from me. Hatsumi dives into the swarm with a flying kick. Moving my headphone cord out of the way so that she doesn't try to attack it. Don't you want that one either? No? Or he has stage fright when recorded. Yeah, maybe. The creatures scatter, confused and bewildered. They won't be able to take action this turn. The creatures float around you, keeping their distance but also preventing you from escaping. Remaining pillars to destroy? 3. I might as well just risk it for... Nope. It doesn't work. We're relying, like, entirely on Reiji to take out these pillars. Pick up a large piece of rubble and scratch it off. Yeah. 2 more remain. Disperse the crowd. Hatsumi dives into the swarm. The remaining pillars to destroy? 2. I might as well just keep... I'm starting to think this game actually does hate me. And I'm just too stubborn to not play it. Yep, we're down to 1 more pillar. Get rid of the crowd. It was supposed to be a joke when I said that we were relying entirely on Reiji to take out these pillars. I didn't know it was actually going to run like that. Also, for one of Reiji's roles, the, like, roll to oppose, yeah, Reiji really is the MVP right now. For one of his roles while I was setting up, the, like, opposing roll was a crit 0. Like, a fail of a fail. There was no way I would not come out of that on top kind of fail. I didn't know that the game could do that, to be perfectly honest. I had seen it do, like, ones. But I just kind of assumed that if it got a double 0, that would be 100%, not 0. Which means that the highest that it can possibly roll is a 99. A fierce tremor rocks the ground around us, with the monolith at its epicenter. I just, like... I don't have a really surprised looking face. That's the best that I can do for the like, exclamation marks. Ah! The shaking gets stronger, and the spheres in the air multiply. No, I was reading that right. The spheres in the air multiply rapidly. They soon fill the entire room, and they're still growing. The floor and ceiling disappear, and an unseen force starts to pull on my body. Reiji and Hatsumi are getting pulled in different directions. At this rate, we'll be split up. I have a feeling if I lose either of them now, I'll never see them again. It's all the same to me. Okay, let's hope that I don't have to re-roll this one over and over. Fuck! We gotta start all over again. I'm just going to, like, skip through until I can, load again. Save, but not actually save. Title. Now see, I did a, like, test run to see how hard it would be to get through that part. And I'm just gonna speed through. And did not fail it on that roll. But I didn't want to, like, go through the rest and read the ending before streaming it. So I quit out. Back to the fight. You know what? I think I'm just going to, like, evade for every turn for me. Since Reggie's the only one who seems to get... Did I use up all of my luck in the first fight? Is that what happened there? Yeah, rip. Jeez. Just gonna evade there. You observe the creature's movements closely. You're more likely to dodge its attacks this turn. I really feel like we should be doing some first aid for Reiji, but I'm gotta get that pillar. Okay. Okay. Take the attack head on. Your skin getting shaved away by the creature's rough hide. Oh, that does not sound very pleasant. We're just going to keep evading. Well, we dispersed the crowd this time. Nope. Okay. I was going to try to help Reiji out. So that it wouldn't feel like we were doing this for like centuries. But no. 3 more pillars. Its aim slips. An unnerving buzzing noise echoes inside your head. Yeah, I know. Hey! We got one. Oh. So, I'm assuming that they repaired the pillars last time, so I think we still got 2. Yep, 2. Well, make that 3. We have 3. Oh, it... Well, okay. Jeez. So, I firmly believe that the bad luck that you have in life is just kind of like making way for the good luck later on down the road. That being said, this is a pain in the ass of a fight this time. Oh, yay, another one. Let's disperse the crowd. Let's not disperse the crowd. Fuck. So I was gonna get Baldur's Gate 3 to like play on my own, and I know it's like a D&D game, but if it has a bunch of dice rolls like this, like I haven't watched a whole lot for it, but if it has a bunch of dice rolls like this, I may have to like play it only in very small doses because I have such bad luck with dice rolls. Oh look, I finally got one. The first? Never mind, I don't got one. Damn it. I don't know why I keep trying for like my attempt. Because I have such a low stat. And Reggie's the one getting all the good rolls. Like, hands down. Oh, good. Okay, so we don't lose that one this time. Are, are you kidding me? That's so close! So this should look... wow, words. This should leave me with 2 pillars left. Okay. And we get to keep them. One pillar left. Wonder if we can swing it with Reiji this time or if we'll have to go another round. Oh, okay. Nice. Now for the hard part. I'm grabbing both of them. Huh? I reach out to grab Reiji and Hatsumi. Pulled by opposing forces in this topsy-turvy place, I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. Wait. Oh, that's it. I found it. I couldn't figure out where that button was the entire time. That's the thing that we unlocked in that one time that said that it could change the thing to either 100% or 0% at key points. I hold fast to my friend's hands and get through it somehow. My body goes spinning into space like I'm caught up in a tornado. My mind follows suit, getting fuzzier and fuzzier. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. Right before I black out, I hear someone talking to me. It's that strange object again, playing more of those weird noises. I cannot read that, like, in the direction it's currently in. But it says this spell slows the hound down. In the end, even that is swallowed up into the rainbow colored spheres, and then nothing. Alright, I'm going to save it, like, here, just in case I somehow did not actually get the good end. I also need to... Where's my phone? My phone fell off the desk. Um, I need to make sure that I have the right date, because I'm assuming it's still going to ask about going back. So let me dig that up real quick. Do I still have the tab open? Um, oh, hey, I do. Huh. I have 64 tabs open on the internet on my phone. Alright, let's get going. I have a chamomile yellow. And like, I don't think the caffeine's helping. Next thing I know, I'm in a place that makes no sense. It's just a tiny patch of ground with two doors. All around me is that prismatic light I've seen around the hospital. I'm like a tiny raft tossed on an endless ocean of living color. There's no sound here, no smells, no up or down. The sheer oddity of the place is oppressive. You're not in the hospital anymore. This is the place between spaces. Or, this isn't the hospital? Then where am I? Look, not to be a smartass, and I probably made a comment on this last time, like every single time too, but like, what do you mean this isn't the hospital? Of course it's not the fucking hospital. And how do I get out? What about Reiji and Hatsumi? Did they end up here as well? I have to find them. Yeah, I would hope this isn't the hospital, even though there are like weird patches of that color. Like, I would hope standing on a rock with two doors and this little pillar or pedestal, sorry. Like, I would hope you wouldn't legitimately go, huh, this is a weird room in the hospital. A small stone pedestal. There's a recess on the front for something to fit into, along with an inscription. Yogg-Sothoth is the gate and the key. Yeah, I'd have a lot of questions about that too. There's also some kind of genealogical diagram with some more text. Read the inscription. The writing is small, but I can still make it out. The ultimate gate is part of all and connects all. Those blessed with the silver key may access it. Pedestal inscription added to archive. Yay! I think it's already in the archive though. I read that the first time, right? I mean, I may not have, for all I know. Or maybe a slightly different inscription. I'm gonna take this door here. The, like, one on the right side. The, like, double door one. Regular hospital door. It doesn't look like it leads anywhere. Oh, wait, I can, like, go through the whole thing like that? I thought it just meant, like, it was a once a game thing. Damn. I didn't have to struggle. I hear a low buzzing that sounds like it could be speech. Yeah. Yeah, might as well just go on through. The next moment, I'm standing under a spotlight. It looks like I'm in a circus tent. Somebody else is there too, standing with me in the ring. Be your most cringe fail thing. So, yeah. For someone who does a lot of research, I sure don't do a lot of research. Like, I somehow, like, never actually know what I'm doing, no matter how much, I've put into to trying to make sure I know what I'm doing. They're a mixture of beast and human, covered in fur, with hoof feet and sharp fangs. I look around. There's not an empty seat in the house. So, I don't think I mentioned it last time, but I am pretty sure that that's supposed to be a reference to something in a Lovecraft story. I just don't know which one this time. Wait, maybe I do. What was the one? There was one when the character is killed. Uh, they're actually like half human and half some kind of old one. Like, oh god. Uh, and when they die, they turn into like a fur covered hoofed clawed thing. But I don't remember what the name of it is. It's been so long since I actually properly read any H.P. Lovecraft stuff. I have the book of like a compilation of his stories. So I could go and dig it up. But that'd be a lot of effort. And I'm not here for that right now. I look around. There's not an empty seat in the house. But the audience are all eyeless toad creatures. Their skin appears gray and oily. It's hard to tell, but it seems like they're watching us with scorn and derision. One of them steps forward and speaks. Apparently the Beastman and I are going to compete to see who's the best performer. You and the Beastman will each roll a 10-sided die and to attempt up to 6 acts. The first one to succeed a total of 3 acts will be judged the victor. So I wanted to take this option because I wanted to see what it was like when you actually succeed. Because I failed like all of them last time, I think. I'm starting with the clown act. A clown's job is to make the audience laugh. Don't worry, they'll understand you. Go ahead, tell some jokes or something. The creature is licking its lips. The Beastman speaks to the audience. They erupt into screams of laughter. Murmurs of interest arise from the gallery. You go through a comedy routine you heard somewhere. The audience actually understands it and erupt into screams of laughter. Murmurs of interest arise from the gallery. Beastman won. We both won. Yay! Put on a good show for us now. Flaming hoop. A hoop about 3 feet wide appears. A hoop about 3 feet wide appears in the air and catches on fire. There we go. I got through a sentence. Now, jump through. You won't get burned if you do it right. The creature is licking its lips. It apparently also like auto succeeds the rolls for the Beastman, I think. The Beastman curls into a tight ball and rockets through the hoop. Murmurs of interest arise from the gallery. Time to jump. You take a deep breath and leap at the hoop. You manage to pass through it unharmed. Oh, so we get like a full-on description of how the Beastman does it. But for us, it's just like, well, you made it through. No, man, I want to know if I like torpedo through like Sonic the Hedgehog, man. That's what it sounds like the Beastman did. I want to do knife throwing. You and the beastman stand in front of a wall. The ringmaster prepares to throw knives at you. Don't blink. Don't flinch. And don't worry. It'll all be over soon. The ringmaster steadies his hand and hurls a knife. The knife strikes just above the beastman's head. They manage to keep words. They manage to keep still the whole time. Murmurs of interest arise from the gallery. We've heard that about 1,000,000 times. It didn't even let me go. What? Well, at least I made an attempt. I mean, it was a cheaty attempt, but it was still technically an attempt. So that's the best the beastman. Wow. So that's the best the human can do. The ringmaster says with a sneer. Go on. Get lost. Everything goes dark, and then. Whoop. Regular hospital door. It doesn't look like it leads anywhere. Alright, so. Going through the left door now. I wonder, so does that mean that no matter how many times you go through it, what you're looking for will not be in that circus door? Huh. I have failed my listening check every single time for both of these. So it's nice to actually hear whatever we're supposed to be hearing. I can hear the ocean. In we go. The next moment, I'm standing on a cliffside shrouded in mist. The moon is out, but I can barely see a thing. I can hear waves lapping against rocks. I must be near the sea. Hey. A shadowy figure calls out to me. For some reason, they're crawling on all fours. They'll be here soon. I want to race to the water. First one there gets a front row seat. The hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. I get the feeling something is approaching us. Something I don't want to be caught by. We'd better get moving. I'll let you choose which of us gets a head start. You and the shadow will each roll a 10-sided die and move forward by the number rolled. The first to get a total of 30 wins. Whoever goes second will start with a 5 instead of a 0. So, in theory, going second will be better if it gives the 100 roll every time. I move forward by 5 in preparation. Oh. That's interesting. Shadow advances by 8, 22 remaining. Move forward. Oh, interesting. Apparently that just doesn't apply on this one. I'm going to just speed through this one, because we've also seen this one several times. And its outcome will not be any different. I find it very strange that we're getting the exact same, numbers. There we go. Something different. I was worried that it was taking effect, it's just, but, in the weirdest way possible. Yeah, that would have been a really funny way to do it, even if it was really weird. It's just like, here, we'll give you this 100% chance, but it's only by adding up to the same numbers and getting the exact same numbers. Hey, nice. Yeah, and we've read this one a bunch of times too. A small stone pedestal. There's a recess on there's a recess on the front for something to fit into, along with an inscription. Yeah, yeah. I know, I know. There we go. Insert the medallion. I fit the medallion I received into the hole. The hospital doors disappeared to be replaced by another. This one with a mystical aura about it. Floating above the pedestal is something shiny. I cautiously reach out for it. Sorry. But like the idea of our lovely little player character here, just like seeing a key and going, I don't know what this is, but it is shiny as fuck and I like it. Just I like the idea of that. Shiny is always good. Obtain silver key. I take the key and open the door. An elegant yet mysterious door. There's a keyhole near the handle. Use the silver key. Just where will this door lead me? It's my only option right now. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. Oh yeah, I'm assuming that this route will get me that last piece of the like memories thing that I've been missing this entire time. The image of an unfamiliar sky, one full of huge stars and planets, flashes into my head. On the horizon is a gigantic stone tower. It's beautiful, but it has a brutal edge to it. I've wondered the entire time, every single time I read this, the fuck does that mean that it has a brutal edge to it? Does that just mean that it like stands out starkly against everything else? I'm on the verge of remembering this place, but before I can, the image fades. Ta-da. Look alive now. I grasp the silver key firmly in my hand and slot it into the keyhole. The moment I do, the world around me disappears. I'm left floating in space, alone except for another presence that suddenly springs into view. It doesn't look like any kind of organic life form, just one big mass of opalescent orbs. Each one keeps ripping apart and repairing itself, over and over again. Staring at it, it's like gazing into the face of God. A crazed and uncaring God for whom the distinctions between dimensions mean nothing. What is sanity, anyways? I don't think I'm ever going to get those, the, like, last 3 days worth of, second pieces unlocked. Cause like, it seems like no matter what I do, I always, like, am below that threshold for sanity. There we go. Just in case. Yeah. I come to lying on my back in a rocky cavern. Mm. Whatever I just went through, it still doesn't feel real to me. Trying to make sense of it will only make me lose what little sanity I have left. I decide not to dwell on it and get to my feet. The silver key is still held firmly in my hand. Oh, that reminds me, I need to check something. I think one of my streams next week is going to be a 10 o'clock stream instead of a 9 o'clock stream. Judging by what I've read on my schedule. I put it in I put it in my pocket just in case. I look around. There's still monolith here, like the one in the basement. The surroundings are lit by pale, ethereal fires. The walls look as though they've been carved using tools. So these caves are artificial, but I find it hard to imagine they're a product of human industry. Where have I ended up this time? Ah, you're okay. What a relief. Thank goodness you ended up here too. After getting separated earlier, it's a relief. It's a relief to both of them here too. Wow, why did I struggle with that sentence? We probably managed to stay together because you grabbed onto us back there. When all that weird light started swirling around, I thought I was going crazy. The only thing I could focus on was your hand in mine. So thanks for that. Wherever we are, it gives me the creeps. Can we find a way outside, please? We follow the path through the cave in search of an exit. All at once, there's a squirming feeling in my stomach, like something's going to burst out of it. I don't remember us having that line in the other endings. Maybe we did, and I've just forgotten. The pain forces me to my knees. Now this feels good. I'd say we're almost ready. The pain gets even more intense. Don't dawdle, alright? You still have things to do. So I remember a couple of the lines. Like, I remember us going down on our knees in pain, and I remember, like, this don't dawdle, alright? You still have things to do line. But I don't remember the laughter at the beginning. So maybe it's slightly different. There's a reason you were brought here. A world where time stands still. The voice is so loud now I can't ignore it. I'm special, you know. My parents and that doctor never expected anything like me to come along. This is my chance to finally attain freedom. Now, see, I remember these lines too. So maybe it was in the other one and I just forgot parts of it. That's entirely possible. A grotesque scene rises up in my memory. Freedom? Just what does freedom mean to this thing? And what will happen to me after it's got what it wants? For now, I've got no choice but to push those concerns aside. As I get up, I notice the hands on my watch have stopped. Things have been really hectic ever since I arrived in this weird space. I wouldn't be surprised if it got broken somewhere along the way. Unless... Are you alright? Does your stomach hurt? For a moment, I forgot that we were having pain in our stomach. I just thought that she was just like, "Are you hungry? Does your tummy hurt?" Because I'm hungry too. Hatsune and Reiji see that something's wrong and gather around me. Whatever's happening to your body must have something to do with those spores they put into you. I wish we found a way to get rid of them while we were still in the hospital. Yeah. Like, every single time, that seems to be the biggest concern, that the watch may have broken. Not, we were in some weird, like, space between spaces, a place where time does not exist like it should. Maybe if you just get out of there, your watch will start ticking normally. Maybe don't immediately assume it's broken. At least wait until you're done and everything's over to see if it starts ticking again. Listen, it was going, man, I cannot pay the fees they're going to charge to fix this thing. That's just one more reason we have to find a way back. Come on. Following the direction of the wind, I see the memory recorder from the hospital floating up ahead. When I touch the strange object, information starts flooding into my head. I do my best to tune out the mad ravings and focus on something useful. Those who seek to open the ultimate gate and summon Yog-Sothoth must ascend the monolith that bears the sign of Ka and use the silver key at its peak. Failure to appease the outer god will cause time and space to become warped. This can be resolved by using the silver key once more. To repair the timeline and put the dimensions back in order may require more power than the key holds. The wise supplicant will instead travel to the day the trouble began and remove the root cause. Will putting the dimensions back in order allow me to go home? I have the silver key, so it's worth a try. I need to find the monolith the object mentioned. Trust me, honey. I don't think it'll be hard to find it once you're out here. I continue through the cave and reach an open area. Everything looks so different here. It's like I've ended up in a completely different country. Although, judging by the size of the moon, it might be even further from home than that. The sky is full of unfamiliar stars and planets. Here's my proof. I'm really not on Earth anymore. The moon's not meant to be that big. It looks like it's going to fall on us. Whoa, what is this place? I have no idea where I am or where to go from here. Could things get any worse? What should I do now? This is like such a far cry from how we encountered them the first time I played through this. When I lost my grip on both of them. Stretch. Keep moving. Follow the moon. You'll find something good there. Come on. Hurry it up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. The voice in my head gets louder and louder, only threatening to get worse if I don't do as it says. I try to pay attention to my surroundings, but it takes up all my focus to just keep moving forward. Finally, I reach a city of towering stone buildings. Several giant creatures, each one at least 20 feet tall, are prowling around. They're covered in shaggy black fur and have claws that look like they could tear through anything. I swear the last time, I swear in the other endings it says, look like they could tear through anything. But it's their gaping mouths which open vertically that really unsettle me. From their beast-like appearance and behavior, I can't imagine these beings are intelligent. If any of them get a hold of me, it'll all be over. Wow, look at that tongue. It's like an Akashita yokai. That thing's unreal. There's no way we can take it. What do we do? Taking my time to properly look around isn't an option. I'll have to head straight for the tower at the edge of the city without being found. While I'm trying to gauge the creature's movements, one of them starts walking right towards me. I can't have you dying here. Don't try to be a hero. Just stay quiet and slip away. The voice has a nervous edge to it that I haven't the voice has a nervous edge to it I haven't heard before. We all hold our breath and move as quietly as possible. You and any allies you have with you must roll successfully for this action to work. Well, I'm not failing this roll. Apparently, neither is anyone else. Every single time I have failed this roll. So, or at least I think I have. Darting silently in and out of the shadows, you avoid getting spotted by the giant creature. The tower is near an easy reach. I arrive safely at the tower. It's so tall I can't even see the top. Inside, there's no doors, no windows, but just one big spiral staircase leading up. Upward and onward. You want to get back to the waking world, don't you? I know, I've still got plenty I need to do there. I've been climbing so long it feels like I'll die of old age before reaching the top. I've long since lost any sense of how much time has passed. The sky outside isn't getting any darker either. It's like the voice in my head said, "This is a world where time stands still." Does that apply to my body too? Am I safe from keeling over from exhaustion? There's nothing for it but to keep going up. After what feels like an eternity, I reach the top of the staircase and the door. I open it and relish the rush of fresh air. Even now, the giant gray moon and unfamiliar stars look ready to fall out of the sky. In the distance, I see huge creatures, larger than any flying birds about. Set around the roof are four pillars, just like in the room in the hospital basement. Let's do this. Woohoo! I take out the silver key. I hold it in front of me, imagining a door, and turn it. Oh! I unlocked that one. The moment I turn the key, the world seems to warp around me. There's a noise like a thunderclap, and a giant crack appears in the sky. An infinite number of opalescent spheres start bubbling out of the gap. There's a pulse of unseen power, and a mighty rumble as the tower is split in twain. In the destruction's wake, an indescribably foul odor fills the air. That mass of spheres, ripping and repairing over and over, I know what this is now. Yogg-Sothoth, the ultimate gate. If this capricious god answers my prayers, I'll be able to go back to the day this all began. I just have to make sure I tell it the right date. Okay, so let me double check it because I have the page. Right, 0526. Not gonna have come this far only to screw it up because I put in the wrong date. As soon as I finish praying, a shockwave rocks my entire body. It's accompanied by a blaring clamor, so loud I can't even hear myself think. Everything moves at dizzying speed, flitting back and forth like a hummingbird's wings. Light and darkness blend together and the world goes gray. It's like the entire universe is being remade. Will meddling in the timeline mean I'll never meet Reiji or Hatsumi? If I could be allowed one selfish wish, I hope I'll remember them after this is over. Color returns to the world around me, and I sense a beast-like aura close by. I'm on a tiny patch of ground with two doors. It's the area from before I went to the Dreamlands. Huh? But I don't see Hatsumi or Reiji here. Should I go look for them? There's that aura again, and it's closer this time. Some instinct tells me my life is in danger. I've got no time to stand around. I need to get away from here, and fast. If I make the wrong choice, whatever's after me will close the distance in a heartbeat. I have to pick a door and go through it. I have to pick a door to go through and go. I'm listening at all the doors again. I can't hear anything. The other side of the door is completely silent. The same as it was last time. Couldn't hear anything behind the store before. I'm listening to both of them. Because we definitely heard stuff behind that door. I can hear the ocean. I could have sworn that it told us that it could hear, like, the sounds of a crowd. Or people talking or something. I hurl the door open and barrel through. I find myself back in the hospital. I don't stop to look back. I just run. The door leads me to a place I recognize. It's the room where the creatures held the ritual. Huh? They're still here, but they're all on this floor. Not a single one of them is moving. The waves of energy coming from the symbol and the monolith have stopped as well. This doesn't feel right. Returning to the hospital has done nothing to ease my anxiety. Huh? I can't help but wonder why the voice in my head is being so quiet. In the other world, it acted like it was in charge. Now, though, I feel a sense of panic that isn't my own. Just what is it about the current situation that has it so worried? The strange object appears again, right above my head. This time, it plays its recording directly into my head. This spell will slow the hound down. Yeah, I'm not even trying to read that. I stop in my tracks. This is the first time I've understood this thing. Not only that, but I realize now it's been talking in my own voice this whole time. Have I been sneaking off and programming this thing in my sleep? I have no memory of saying those words. Memory. Did I really leave those messages for myself and lose all memory of it? A howl coming from behind me snaps me out of my thoughts. There's no time to think about this. I have to put distance between me and the hound. I turn and say the strange words from the recording. The creature disperses back into its gaseous form. It doesn't disappear though, just stays floating there. The object did say it would only slow it down. I'll have to get out before it can reform. Not to mention find raging and hot to me. I head for the door. I emerge into the corridor. I've got to keep moving. Where to next? I never did find a way out of this hospital. As I stand there trying to figure out where to go, I hear a voice. I don't remember getting these lines before. It's backwards, but it says, "Hey, I'm way older than that. You're just making fun of me." It's got the same unnatural cadence as the strange objects. But even with the distortion, I can tell this isn't my voice. Before I can figure it out, I catch sight of a figure in my peripheral vision. Somebody in a white coat just went into the room with the electronic lock. It's not the director. This person has a totally different build. Could it be? Might be able to slip in before the door closes, or should I concentrate on getting away from the hound? Um, I don't remember which one was the right choice here. I think it was just getting away from the. Like, if I follow the person in the lab coat into the room, I can. It's the doctor, and I can use him to slow the hound down. We're entering the locked room. I still need to get rid of the spores inside me. I dash in before the door has time to shut. The room is small and simply furnished, with a desk and bookshelves. Yeah. Am I 4? Am I 4? That's all I am to him? This has to be Shinjo who did this to me. You actually turned back time. Your meddling has ruined my precious experiment. I'm just glad you did it while I was preparing the spell. It established a physical link between you and me, allowing me to travel back as well. Even the altar remained intact. My prayers must have been answered. I'll rebuild my master plan and try it again. I have all the time in the world. Shinjo returns a book to the shelf, utterly unconcerned. Something inside me snaps. I grab him by the sleeve. Get the spores out of me. Oh. But you and the spores have great compatibility. The best I've seen. The voice in your head? What are you talking about? Well, when space-time gets warped like this, it pays to expect the unexpected. Shinjo shakes himself free and saunters out of the room. Back in the corridor, I catch a glimpse of a white coat. Out of the corner of my eye, I see some dark blue smoke forming. The hound is back, and it's going to materialize any second now. I commend your tenacity, O guardian of time and space. How about you take this one and leave me be? Huh? Shinjo whips around and shoves me toward the smoke. I stumble helplessly to the floor. There's no way that monster is going to pass up an opportunity like this. Yeah, he sure is confident for somebody who is literally about to be eaten by a time dog. Grab his coat. I grab onto Shinjo's coat and pull. Yanked backwards, he loses balance and falls. The two of us scramble to get up and get away from the hound. I'll kill you. The voice's cry of rage is accompanied by a sharp pain in the front of my head. My right arm moves on its own and punches Shinjo. What? Huh? Shinjo reels back, cradling his jaw. The power of the blow takes both of us. Takes us both by surprise. Yeah, I know. Like, imagine being so confident and being like, "Hey, time doggy, come get this one," and then the one that you're trying to get rid of just like yanks you down with them, and then punches you in the face so hard it surprises both of you. A howl echoes down the corridor, and I hear something rushing toward me. I get to my feet and run for the stairs. Behind me, Shinjo screams, and there's a sound of tearing flesh. It's swaggering off this ruined it was. I find myself back in the blood-spattered operating theater. Thick black smoke is filling the room. It's coming from the puddle on the floor. Formerly the hospital director. Huh? A little of the smoke walks by me and burns a hole in my shirt. My skin feels tingly and irritated, and my eyes are already starting to water. I cover my mouth and hold my breath. Be careful not to inhale. It's that strange object again. I wasn't planning on inhaling. All I wanted is to get out of this room ASAP. Right in front of me is a door that wasn't there before. I need to make my way there while breathing in as little of the smoke as I can. I remember one of the runs we tried to jump on the operating table and failed. I don't remember what happened when we failed, but I do remember failing it. I take a running jump and land on the operating table. It's got wheels on the bottom. The momentum carries me all the way across the room. I reach the door without getting any biological solvent on me and charge through. On the other side is another place I recognize. The corridor with a huge hole in the floor. I still don't see my friends anywhere. The strange object appears again, floating right above me. Cross this hole to reach the exit. I'm pretty sure there's nothing on this floor but patient rooms. But if I'm the one who recorded that message, I must have had a reason. And if I can't trust myself, who can I trust? I want to know what this other option is. Maybe one day I'll poke around in this game and find out what the locked option is, because there's a couple of them that have locked options. I do some light stretches, break into a dash, and throw all my weight forward. It's a pretty graceful jump by my standards. I'll have to thank Hatsumi for her advice later. I think the last two endings are for whether you accept the sports deal at the end or not. Yeah, I'm not going to accept the sports deal just because, like, I just want the best ending. I can worry about unlocking extra endings later off stream. I just wanted to be able to, like, end this mini series of streams on the best note, which would be taking them both with me. Time seems to slow down as my body stops falling and slowly begins to float. My vision begins to blur as the world shifts around me, and then I'm back to where I started out, where Hatsune, Reiji, and I were all locked up. I don't see them here. Maybe they're in one of the rooms? Huh? With that hound after me, I'll never be able to stop and look for my friends. Isn't there anything I can do to make it leave me alone? The strange object appears again, floating above me. Find the syringe. The syringe? The hound's footsteps are getting closer. It all comes down to this. A room with a syringe. It can only be... This is the room I woke up in. I remember seeing a syringe on the bedside table. I opened the door and dashed inside. So the fact that there was a syringe on the bedside table implies that, like, we could have ended this right at the start. If we just used this... If we'd had the option to use the syringe then. Right. This is the place. Now I just have to find it before the hound gets here. Not that hard to... There was a syringe in here on the table, wasn't it? What? It's almost here. You have to run. The voice in my head suddenly speaks up, and it sounds genuinely scared. I'm running out of time. What do I do? Grab the syringe. The syringe was empty, but... Oh, it was empty before. The syringe was empty before, but now it's filled with some kind of liquid. Stop! Don't put that in your body. There's got to be another way. I know we have to lose the hound, but I've got it. Please, just hear me out. The hound is almost here. What do I do? Hold on, because it does... I think there's an ending if you do grab both of their hands and then, Oh, that's interesting. I think there's two different, endings for, I think there's three different endings for this route. One where you don't go into the room at all, one where you grab Shinjo's coat, and one where you fight back. So I may have to go back and see about getting those other two. No. Put that down. Don't do it. I thrust the syringe into my arm and press down on the plunger. A cry of pain echoes inside my head. My abdomen starts burning up. I was almost ready. Why? You always hesitated before. I don't think I've mentioned this, but I do love how, like, you don't realize it until the end that it's a time loop. Like, there's almost no hints aside from the, like, backwards speaking things. And then you, like, get to the end and there's, like, all of this about, like, having done this before. The voice gets quieter and quieter until it's just a faint whisper. I see the hound turning into smoke and disappearing. And then, yeah, I love it too. Yeah, I can feel all my stress just melting away. Hmm? What the fuck? Well, this wasn't the turn I thought it was gonna take. I'm on the beach, warm sand beneath my feet, watching the sun go down. Want to head back to the hotel? They'll be serving dinner soon. Yeah, beach episode time. Let's go. Of course. Today is May 26th. Hatsumi's parents went away on business suddenly. Since Reiji and I were free, we ended up coming with her on vacation to Hawaii instead. God damn. I forgot her parents are loaded. We spent all day playing on the beach, and now we have a luxury 3-course meal ahead of us. Yeah, sugar mommy for sure. Pretty sure she's the youngest of the group. But, like, she's definitely the sugar mommy. Are you tired, Hatsumi? I can carry your bags if you want. I told you to stop that. The last thing I need is you acting like one of my servants. Right. I'm not your servant. I'm more like a dog. I want to throw a ball for me to fetch. He's so precious. I love them both so much. Yeah, knock it off already. Yeah, he really is a dog boy. Like, there are so many things he says throughout this game that are just like full on 100% dog boy. As I watch my friends fooling around, I feel truly blessed to be enjoying peaceful days like this. A thought occurs to me. How long have I been friends with these two? Part of our past together seems blurry. Either way, I'm glad they're here with me now. As night falls, the moon and stars start to come out. It's beautiful, and yet that sky makes me feel weird. It's the same feeling you get when you try to remember a dream, but it just slips away. Oh no. Is this not actually a good end? Hey, you think they got any casinos? I don't think you really need to sneak out to check them out, to be perfectly honest, Reiji. Hey, you think they got any casinos here? Let's sneak out tonight and check them out. Reiji sidles up to me and whispers in my ear. Oh, apparently, we were judging by the fact that he, like, got all up next to us and whispered in our ear that he is, hinting that we are sneaking out and away from Hatsumi. To go gambling. Which, didn't she say something about, like, not really liking that before? Not really liking gambling or not really liking casinos or something? Hey, why don't we take a walk after dinner? I want to see some more. I want to see more of this nighttime scenery. But we'll leave Reiji behind. He always ruins the mood. God damn, she just like she just like eviscerated him. Hatsune whispers an invitation of her own. Honestly, both plans sound fun, and that uneasy feeling from before is gone now. I hope these peaceful, fun-filled days will never have to end. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Hatsune sounded much more like romantic route than like any other time in the entire game. Yeah, they do deserve a beach vacation after that. This does make me wonder if the fight back and the option where you just don't go into the room, you just run, also yield a beach episode ending. And I just, oh shit, did not realize that I could just skip through that. Also, I would love to see more art of like our actual player character because it seems to be this one that's like right in the center of the screen. Because down there is Hatsumi and up there is Reiji. Alright, what is this? What did I... Okay. Yeah, beach vacation. Okay, so, 3 is the one where you don't go after him. And 6 is the one where you fight back. So... Yeah, she kind of does. Oh, I did get the last piece. Um... Wait. The center one that it showed us in story had the Migo bursting out of their chest. Not the person sitting up with the key. That's interesting. This one. Oh, I'm still missing a piece for that. Interesting. I really like this artwork right here. Huh. Did not realize there were two sides to that the entire time. Let's see, what else is in... Okay, this one. Day 7. Okay, the Migo here I got. It's the voice that we just unlocked. Shinjo implanted Migo spores in several human hosts in his quest to create a hybrid Migo, one of which was this story's main character. Due to a random mutation, these spores developed a will of their own and can now communicate with their host telepathically. Yeah, it is very cool. Like, you can tell, like, so much effort went into, like, character design and artwork and everything for this game. Oh, wait, this, like, voice section seems to explain the time loop thing. Like, details about it. This link also allows them to peek into their host's memories, as well as transmitting their alien knowledge and even taking direct control of the body for a limited time. Once it became conscious of Shinjo's plan, the Migo refused to let itself be used as a mere pawn. A helpful presence for now, it has its own agenda to pursue once it's out of the hospital. After splitting from the collective, Yog-Sothoth's influence caused it to mutate, or some may say evolve, further. For this reason, it is able to survive in the void outside our universe, unlike other Migo spores. The protagonist has died trying to escape the hospital countless times across multiple timelines. There have even been versions who never had the chance to meet Reiji or Hatsumi, or who succumbed to the madness after telling the truth, or after learning the truth. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to start from this one and speed through to the choices and fight back for this one, and then do the one where I don't go after him. You rip this person is different. Zooming through. We're just going to yoink open the door because I know the answer to this. Alright, use the spell. Going to enter the locked room, have my lovely little conversation with Shinjo, and then not yank him to his death when I am given the opportunity. I have to just fight back. Okay, so no matter what option you choose, he gives you the same lines. Okay. Alright. I roll as I hit the ground, and I'm soon back on my feet. The hound flicks its tongue back and forth, waiting for me to make a move. I get ready to dodge any attack it throws at me, while still staying cautious of Shinjo. Wait, Shinjo's just fucking standing there? Like a fucking idiot? Are you kidding me? He throws us to the dog, and then doesn't run. Like, I get curiosity killed the cat, but goddamn. He's a doctor, but he ain't very smart. You ain't kidding. You survive. I hope we'll meet again. As a test subject, you still have tremendous value. Oh, does that mean he maybe, like, actually ran away? Yeah, true. He did think he could control eldritch beings. Yeah. The creature's leg shoots toward you. Too fast for you to follow. You mean it claws at me? Is that what's going on here? Oh, sweet. We evaded this bitch. You duck to one side and avoid the attack. The creature's right leg shoots toward you. Too fast for you to follow. Oh, wow. What's the point of evading if, Oh, it's waiting until after I try evading to do, like, actually apply any damage. Okay. How long do I have to sit here and evade? I'm just gonna speed through the rest of this battle. Like, how long do I have to evade? Oh, that was it. Okay. I managed to avoid the beast's attacks, and it makes a break for the stairs. It does? Oh, no, I make a break for the stairs. Okay. I find myself back in the blood-spattered operating theater. Thick black smoke is filling the room. It's coming from the puddle on the floor. Yeah, it looks like all this is the same. So I'm just going to, like, zoom through. I always take the jumping over the operating table one because it's so fun. Alright. Seems like after the encounter with the hound, it just like runs on like the other one. We're injecting the serum. Thrust the syringe into the arm and press down on the plunger. Cry of pain echoes inside my head. My abdomen starts burning up. Yeah. We always hesitated before. Yada yada. Hound is turning into smoke, and then I think I just choked on a cat hair. What do you prefer? Salt or soy sauce? Oh, I love how like all of the endings that do include Raging Hatsumi are very like adorable and domestic. Like we're hanging out with them, we're playing games with them, we're on a beach with them, we're at the grocery store. I'm in the supermarket, looking at sauces and seasonings. A miso best goes best with monkfish liver? Just saying. Of course, today is May 26th. Reggie and I are going over to Hatsumi's house for some seafood hot pot. Yeah, like sweet truffle energy for sure. The three of us got together to buy some ingredients first. My head feels fuzzy, like I've just woken up from a nightmare. In the middle of the day, though, as I try to remember it, the memory fades. We should pick up something for dessert while we're here. Ooh, look, pudding! Oh boy. I love those soft, creamy ones. I'm sorry, but this is probably the most awkward line that I've read in this game. Really? I prefer something with a little more texture. Hey, what do you like? I don't eat puddings like that, really. So actually, I don't know. Uh, hmm. I've sided with Reiji on most things throughout the course of this game. I think I'm gonna go with Hatsune here. Yay! Same as me. Reiji's the odd one out. God damn. I love that she very much eviscerates him. Yeah, they had to. Hatsune loops her arm through mine and leads me away. You're kidding, right? Tell us how you really feel. Thought occurs to me. How long have I been friends with these two? Part of our past together seems blurry. Either way, I'm glad they're here with me now. I never thought just shopping for food like this could be so much fun. Let's get moving. I'm dying to see the Yamasawa mansion up close. On the way to Hatsumi's house, we passed the Shinjo clinic. Come to think of it, didn't they send me a message? Something about an appointment for a checkup? Maybe I'll call them later. Oh, the little hot pot symbol. Huh, I wonder. I'm gonna look up something while these are playing. Uh, hmm. I was looking at the character art person. Right. Okay, so that just leaves the end where we do not interact with Shinjo. And honestly, in my free time, I may go back and select the one for Reiji's answer for that, just because I want to see what he says versus what she says. But that'll be at some point in the future. Time to go. Just zooming through this part. We are running for the stairs. There's no time to hesitate. I run right for the stairs. I have to put as much distance between me and the hound as I can. I find myself back in the blood-spattered operating theater. Okay, I'm guessing the rest of this just goes like all of them have after we get out of the basement. Yeah. So zooming through. Again. It's so nice to play this without having to worry about actually failing anything. The room we woke up in. Grab the syringe. Inject the serum. That's such a beautiful scream, by the way. Like, it's just perfectly on the side of monstrous. What do you prefer, salt or soy sauce? Oh. I'm in the supermarket looking at sauces and seasonings. Oh, I may not have to play through it a different time to get to get to the question. But like, if I haven't, yeah, at the same time, it doesn't hurt your ears. But it's like you can tell that it's for sure supposed to be something that's not human. A miso base goes best with monkfish liver. Just saying. Of course, today is May 26th. Reggie and I are going over to Hatsumi's house for some seafood hot pot. 3 of us got. Did I do something wrong and said? Hold on, let me double check this. So I'm going for ending 3 this time. Oh no, I needed to not grab them. Okay. So if you do grab them, then if you don't, if you just run or you fight back, you get this ending. I'll worry about getting the one, where you don't manage to grab them, off stream. Because that one would be considered a bad end, I'm pretty sure. So we just got together to buy some ingredients first. My head feels fuzzy, like I've just woken up from a nightmare. In the middle of the day, though, even as I try to remember it, the memory fades. Should we pick up something for dessert while we're here? Oh, look, pudding! Oh boy, I love those soft, creamy ones. I can't. It is said as though he is trying his best to set up for a dirty joke. Really? I prefer something with a little more texture. Hey, which kind do you like? I'm choosing the sausage. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm glad someone else gets it. Randy smirks and puts a hand on my shoulder in solidarity. We're talking about pudding, remember? Get your mind out of the gutter. I don't think I can. Thought occurs to me. How long have I been friends with these two? Her little angry face is so adorable. Oh, it's so cute. Just a little. I can't frown like that, but I wish I could. Part of our past together seems blurry. Either way, I am glad they're here with me now. I never thought just shopping for food like this could be so much fun. It's so cute. It is so cute. Let's get moving. I'm dying to see the Amasawa mansion up close. On the way to Hatsumi's house, we passed Shinjo Clinic. Come to think of it, didn't they send me a message? Something about an appointment for a checkup? Maybe I'll call them later. I am curious if this means that in I'm curious if this means like in the original timeline before things started getting funky, if they were already friends. And then somewhere along the line we ended up in a timeline where they had not met. Either that or we started out in the timeline where they hadn't met and ended up in the timeline where they had met sometime prior and like never bothered to check into the hospital. This does make me wonder if they're aware of what they are in this timeline though. And at some point off stream, I'm also planning on going and getting the day 5 and day 6 missing ones. As soon as I figure out how the fuck to do that. And finding that missing piece of this one. Alright. I think that'll be it for tonight. This stream took longer than I thought it would. But then again, those endings do take longer than I think they will. Every single time. Have a good night. I'll be starting the horror streams next week. Good night.